I am Father Mark Field, and I'm the parish priest here in the parish of Tauranga Moana, St Thomas Aquinas Parish. So burying the dead is an important corporal work of mercy and an important work of the church. It's one of the things that people turn to the church for, and it's a pretty needy time in people's lives, the death of a loved one. One of the most memorable funerals for me was one of the earliest ones after my ordination, and one of the simplest. It was when I was in Rotorua and this man died. I can't remember his name. I remember the burial was at Sala Street, the old cemetery in Rotorua, and it was just a graveside ceremony. And so the hearse parked by the road, the family carried the coffin to the grave, we all stood around the grave. We blessed the grave, we shared a scripture reading, said a few words, prayers of the faithful, and then committal. Very simple. But it was beautiful in its simplicity. And another thing I remember about that funeral was there was a guy on his bike. He was probably about 20, 22, something like that, riding his push bike past the cemetery. And he looked over at us, gathered around the grave, and he took his cap off and just kept biking past and then put his cap back on. And I just thought that was amazing, in this day and age, to see someone pay respect like that. Just last Sunday we had the Beatitudes, and one of the Beatitudes is that blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And I think that's the essence of the corporal work of mercy, of burying the dead, because it's not just about the dead person, but it is about them, obviously, and commending them to God's love and mercy. But it's also about consoling the family and easing their grief and giving them some sense of, there's more than just death, that there is life beyond death. When I was in Rotorua Parish, one of the things that really struck me there was how easily people seemed to go to other people's funerals. Even if they didn't know them, they would often come along to the funeral, especially if it was a requiem mass, just to show solidarity with the family and to support them, and also to pray for the person who had died. And it's a very beautiful thing, to see parishioners there in prayer supporting the family.